Hi, everybody.
Hola.
Welcome to episode 49 of The Disaster, where 100% of the time, most of us laugh at the Leafs just because they blew it.
Failed it.
They're not the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're the annual Scotiabank Arena Comedy Festival. That's what it is.
Unfortunately, that comedy festival just got on a
Just
brand
got
new
yeeted.
low, passing away on the spot.
You mean
No. Yeah, you better play that for yourself.
you mean to tell me that didn't happen last year?
The last time that this happened, they decided to choke really bad.
On the other hand, we do have some other unfortunate Game 7s to cover. We have a few questions when it comes to the NFL, and we have a gold mine of a turd to cover at the end. But Helv, what you got off the docket?
Unfortunately, I have to start off this episode with the disclaimer. And yes, we've been actually updating this. Prepare for saltiness from the men of disaster and their associates. Please do not take what we say seriously, unless you are arrogant Leafs fans for the first time.
We always get shafted by the officials.
I don't.
It was no salt.
Of course,
This is
you're
what
gonna
happens
smell.
when you miss not one, not two, not three, but 4 empty nets during Game 7. And you wonder why you keep losing to Andre Vasilevsky.
So,
My point of advice: stop complaining about firing Dubas. Dubas is doing pretty well. Unfortunately, your core isn't made up to strength. Congratulations, you have now reached Edmonton Oilers level of depth failure.
You know
And
the bad news?
Oh,
They had him on the ropes.
ooh,
They actually had the Tampa Bay Lightning on the ropes.
And then
Even in
Vasilevsky.
Game 6.
And then
But they had to take a 5. They had to take a penalty on an empty net, making it a 6-on-4 or a 5-on-3. And guess what? They ended up giving up the game-tying goal, and they would eventually lose in overtime. You did this to yourselves.
I just have to say, it's everybody's favorite tradition this time of year. Everybody loves the Leafs. You guys have the Lightning on the ropes.
congratulations! Congratulations!
Hey, them guys suck!
You have them. You absolutely had them. You outshot them in Game 7, and somehow, some way, you still cannot figure out a goalie in the playoffs in a Game 7.
also,
Can somebody
nobody
please
can.
explain?
Well, nobody can figure out Andre Vasilevsky.
Okay.
Especially
I mean,
during a Game
hey.
7. But the thing is, they had him figured out in Game 6. They
Hey,
had him figured out in Game
Toronto.
6. They had the win, yet they had to go down 2 men and give up a game-tying goal and then lose in overtime.
Hey,
Kirby,
what you got?
Toronto, I got a message for you. Come on.
That is?
Sound pad, come on.
no,
Uh-oh.
stop
I
that,
know what
don't.
sound
God,
it is.
here we go.
No.
I know what
I
sound
have-
it is.
The message
Unfortunately, I
from
think
us,
I
Or
did
play it
do
on your phone, one or the other.
the message from us is simple.
No, your
We-
fucking place, trash.
Yeah.
Nope. It's win 4 games in one series. 4 games.
Yeah,
Not 3,
although,
not 2, 4, and we
Not
can
even
take you
one.
seriously.
yeah, although
And
we
you
need to
ended
change
up being
the.
one goal
Although we need to change the
again.
quote from a. We need to
Okay.
change the quote from the
Yeah.
particular Yinzer.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Congratulations, your team still can't make it past the first round of the playoffs.
At least
And
that
get,
means
hit-
still
get
win
this. Get this. This is last year they broke the record for the longest longest Stanley Cup drought in the history of the NHL. Let me put it simply. The last time they won the cup, Scooby Doo hadn't even come around yet. And the last time they won a playoff series, Audioslave was still around, as was the great Chris Cornell. And the biggest act of the time was the All American Rejects.
I was four. I was in high school. I was in high school.
Tonight on Where's My Liquor?
Thank you, Duck, and thank you, Hal. But again, we just have one question for you, Toronto. Who are you? Because we continue to believe in you. We continue to
I
prove
didn't.
No, we
you're different.
don't. No, we don't.
Hang on,
picked
let me
the
finish.
Lightning. I picked
You
the
had-
Lightning.
You had a 60 goal scorer. You had Matthews and Marner finally show up in a series. And you had the fans convinced that this is going to be a different team. And yet, all of us here still had no faith in you, and we were proven right. How do you prove, of all people here, me right? Doing that happens about as often as Halley's Comet passing over the Earth. How do you manage to make me look like a competent analyst, Leafs?
And
I got
wanna
something
know
else to
something?
say.
What?
this is not just the first year, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, but this is the fifth straight winner-take-all game they've lost. 5 straight years, including the bubble.
So trivia
You-
time.
you
Who
want me to-
was the last team in all 4 major sports to lose 5 straight winner-take-home games
That
in the 4 major sports?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take.
I want
I want to take a wild stab and say the Nationals.
No.
can I
Is it
say the
Toronto?
Nets?
It's in the 4 major sports.
Is it
Yeah.
the Leafs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was it?
before the Leafs. Before the Leafs, who was the
Is
last
it-
team to do
Is
it?
it the Nets? Really? Who?
Canadiens?
No, remember it's in the NFL and it's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh,
And that team at least made a Super Bowl.
he did another dick. You want to know what I'm gonna
Is
say
it
at this
like
point?
the AFC
Toronto?
Championship game?
I'm full.
No, winner take all as in winner go home, which is any game in the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway,
Wait,
Also,
Hal.
everyone got
Let me
really.
guess.
Was it just me or did everyone get really
NFL?
quiet?
Let me guess. The first round
Yes.
Hell.
Okay.
playoff win drought.
With that said, Toronto, you have officially become an enigma in my system. Which
And we've
means
got
if
one-
you try and say that you're gonna be hot shit. Well, here's my answer back.
Okay.
But
Kirby.
I might have the internet. Is anyone? Did everyone go quiet for anyone else?
No, I think we're good. But Kirby, what
No,
you
we're
got?
good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna try some. All right, hold on.
This
is. I'm gonna add something. Hold on. Give me.
I do want to give like one brief little side note. This team have yes, it wasn't a 3-1 lead, but a 3-2 lead is still not bad. You were on the doorstep in multiple consecutive games. And what happened? What happened?
Shenanigans.
Nope.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the only games. That wasn't the only team to face a game 7 and somehow, some way, make us question. Oilers, you won. You managed to make it out of the first round. For
Congratulations.
The first time since 2017.
Your team finally made it out of the first round of the playoffs. It took an overpayment for Duncan Keith and little cancer being cut from a different team, but you made it.
What was surprising is, in that game 7, Mike Smith, who has not won or has not advanced in a playoff series since 2012, when he was with the then Phoenix Coyotes, he finally gets a series win with a shutout. Kings. I know we had no expectations for you coming into the season, but oof, Maroon, is this brutal? Oh,
Yeah.
and against the Oilers, who we want to laugh at again. Come on.
But think about it. If Calgary wins tonight, we have a Battle of Alberta.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
By the
Kirby.
way, Kings, why did your game plan just read Jonathan Quick?
Hang
Well,
on. I
they
gotta
are-
look. I gotta
I'll
look
give
up
them
this and see.
I'll
Oh,
give
no,
them
Kirby's
this.
right. Yeah.
I'll
But-
give them this. They are in the middle of their rebuild. They had no expectations. But
Yeah, expectations were.
they gave the Oilers all they can handle. You got to give them that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this isn't one where you laugh at the Kings, but it's still kind of unfortunate.
This one.
It's just
this one I'm
sad.
okay.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
it's like watching. Yeah, this is
This is the
unfortunate, like
Bengal-
watching Connor Ingram lose in overtime to the Avs.
No, this was the Bang. No, this was the Bengals when they reached the Super Bowl of this last season. Actually, they were still technically in their rebuild, but they made it all the way to the Super Bowl like mad lads.
That's a slightly different scenario, but yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I also
And-
just say, for me, I look at this Kings team, and somebody I go have to check. I believe it was Full Metal had said that it was the curse of their new arena name in Los Angeles. I don't think that, but I will
It
say
will
it is
always
kind of
be-
funny.
It will
It-
always be Staples Center. Change my mind.
Hey, and funnily enough, and this is going to be a bit of a side note, but the fact that the market that their current sponsor has just absolutely crashed over the past week means the Staples could technically gobble it back up again. Staples,
Hopefully.
are you listening?
Oh,
You can have your arena back.
Yep.
Yeah.
thank God for
And
that.
We have more Game 7s to cover.
One
Right.
of them, Boston. Boston
Ready?
Bruins.
Ready, everyone? There's a storm surge coming.
There it is. I have one.
Screw it. I'm getting the music. I'm getting the music.
I just have one question.
I'm getting the
What?
music, boys.
Just
sorry.
how?
Honestly,
How
want
in
to
the- because-
survive.
Because they're down. They at one point, like with the Penguins, the Hurricanes were down to their third string goaltender. You had them, especially
Although it
early in the
wasn't-
series where they were dealing with injuries, and somehow you not only let them escape, but you somehow, some way, made more of an impact, or I should say, less of an impact than a fart in an arena.
Although Zeb, to be fair, it wasn't the third string goalie. Auntie Vanta came back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
guys,
they
I
were
got
they
the
didn't have to
music
play
loaded.
Kochkov. But
I
anyways,
got the music
Helv,
loaded.
I swear to God, this gets us copyright strike again.
I'm probably guessing it won't.
If it
Okay,
does,
turn it
you are
off.
not allowed
Hold
to use
the
the
bus.
soundpad ever again
and, also,
on
and
the
then
show.
as I tried to figure out how in the world the Bruins decided to underwhelm and pull a Toronto on us, we have a couple Game 7s to cover tonight. The first, Duck, we grab your liquor. Penguins are going to a Game 7 in New York.
Liquor, I
what?
hardly knew her.
Oh.
Then again, the National Predators went 0-4, so you probably got rid of all that liquor by now. So
Hang
Yeah.
on, boys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab. You guys saw the meme already.
I don't know why you're grabbing.
But
Kinda weird.
honestly, I just have to ask a question. Penguins, why are you choosing to pull a traditional Leafs move and blow a 3-1 series lead on us? This is supposed to be this is supposed to be your last dance season because Malkin's going to be a free agent. Letang's going to be a free agent. Brian Rust is going to be a free agent. If had you not re-signed Carter, he would have also been a free agent. We have a lot of questions about what you're going to do moving forward, especially since, again, Letang's going to be a decent cap hit off the books, as is Malkin. But what the heck?
Boys,
This would be
I
the
see your
third time.
meme.
This would be the third time that they've blown it with this core.
Yeah.
It is, but what makes it worse is the team it is against. It's not the. It's again a New York team, and also with that meme that Helv just posted, I don't quite think they're going to rebuild because they're going to try and slap some plywood on because they think it's still going to last. They're falling into the issue of the Red Wings because that's because at 16 years they think, oh, we can keep the good times going. There's only one way, truly, that the rebuild will initiate. They have to dump Letang. I don't care. Get rid of him now. And if Malkin goes, that's the truest sign as any. Malkin, to me, I hate to say this, but I think after the season, he's going home to Russia. He's got a young family raised. He's won cups. He's got all the money he needs. But if they don't get rid of Chris Letang, we're going to keep spinning the wheels of mediocrity. Because Letang, you keep costing us. Matheson, you should have been gone before the season. Both of you guys have been an unbelievably bad pairing. Please either improve or get out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Penguins. And also with the fans. Igor, it's over. Igor has let it all out of his head, and he's outperforming us.
Since Game 3, he's looked different. Game four was a difficult loss, yes, but I'd say the Game 3, that wild one that both of us did a watch party for, it seemed like that was a turning point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And not only that, in Game 6 with Louis Domingue failing not with their what the hell is a catch challenge at the end of the game, catching the puck, bounces up in the air, bounces behind him into the net.
Tristan Jarry, is that you?
Do we
No.
do we know if
No,
Crosby's playing
the
or not?
difference is Jari doesn't know what color jersey that his team wears.
Kirby, just
That's
answer
the
your
thing.
question. To answer your question for this Game 7, both Crosby and Jari are game time decisions. I'm assuming they're going to leave Domingue in, but Crosby is going to be a question mark.
If Crosby's out, the series is over.
I'm not
Not
sure
really,
about that,
because
but at the same
At the start
time,
of the season, when we didn't have Crosby or Malkin, we didn't need them. We actually
It's-
took care of the Tampa Bay Lightning. But, however,
You
it's
blew
the
a 3-1 lead.
playoffs, and you're going to have to have all your
Yeah,
units go
You blew a 3-1 lead
Well-
against the Lightning, by the way.
all out. No,
Yeah.
all out, no limits.
And the
all.
last Game 7 in the hockey world today,
Dallas
has been-
and
And
Calgary.
Calgary.
it's been
By the way-
essentially a goalie duel all series long.
By the way,
Yep.
how the fuck did Zadorov not get suspended?
Go ahead and expand on that, Kirby.
But,
Kirby?
Kirby,
Hold on. You all
ahead.
saw you all saw the shot that he took at Luke Glendening, right?
I think so, yes. But go on.
Anyway, so he basically hit him in the head, and they're just basically like, "Oh no, he's fine. He's gonna play." Let me find out that they're actual porn on it because it's actually.
Yeah. The thing is, it's been often talked about that the refs are going to swallow their whistles during this postseason. Except if it's egregious, like, say, a dude getting hit in the bridge and it bleeds, in which case that will be a 4-minute double minor. Double minor. But unless it's like blatantly obvious, then they're going to call it, and even then they might not. And also, like in the comments, like we have in our own chat box here, we're blaming Helv
blaming
and Duck are
Paros.
mentioning George Paros, who's the head of the Department of Player Safety.
Yeah,
We've
'cause the
had this
question-
discussion before about
His choice.
it tends to benefit a lot of the enforcers, a lot of their representatives are those nasty enforcer types, or the players who benefit from this. But in a case like this, I think it's a combination of both the refs just wanting to let these games play without interfering, and more or less again, this is the playoffs. There's going to be that much more intensity. If they swallow their whistles and you think you can get away with it, heck 'em.
Although this was about the suspension, not the penalty. Or the
Lack
lack
of-
of suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
And of
which
course, there
case-
wasn't just Game 7. Series did end
Oh,
before
Should
that.
we show the hit or no?
No,
I'd
that's going to
say
be
no.
a copyright strike. No. So,
But go on.
so there's also Game 6 is where the series ended, like an overtime match in Washington.
Congratulations, Florida! You won a series.
Yay!
Yay! The only
And now
problem is
now your next challenge. Oh, it's nothing special. You just have to face the back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champions. You know, this team that ousted you last year. in the
Florida
first round.
man. Florida man, the
No
series.
pressure then.
All right.
Yes, Kirby.
I was there already. I think I played the sound effect already.
Yeah.
I played the Final Fantasy victory thing already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Play it again.
Alright.
I,
reboot-
I think it's just not registering, but either way,
Kirby, reboot your your sound drivers. There's what in sound pad.
but I do have just one general question for this, now that we're starting to get in the second round. Colorado, you're now playing St. Louis. Yes, St. Louis had an unbelievable upset over the Minnesota Wild, and yes, the Blues looked like they could do it again. But for the past 4, maybe 5 years, since their playoff window opened, the biggest issue for you has been getting past the second round. Will you do it? Because if you don't, you'll become the early 2010. Basically, the equivalent I can draw is the early 2010s Caps.
And speaking of the Blues Wild series, this is why we don't trust Zep with predictions, because he, like us, had the Minnesota Wild going into the finals.
Well, except for Kirby.
Actually, wait. Let me check. Let me just double check that,
We
because I
had-
know Kirby was outright suspicious of the Wild, but I
Yeah.
don't think they went far. I'm going to just
Yeah,
check.
But yeah, the over on the sports disaster, we had Wild versus Rangers in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
We all made that prediction, and I'm just looking back to see what my. Oh yeah, I had the Wild and the Avalanche. The Avalanche facing basically the Wild, like whoever won that Blues series is going to end their run there. But Avs, you gotta prove something to us against St. Louis, your rival. Do it.
Hello.
Do it.
Also, boys, I have made an updated bracket. Should we poke
Let's
some
see.
fun at it?
We could.
I
Okay,
think we've
well,
covered
of course,
everybody.
first we have to predict the last 2 games of the first round.
Yeah. They are
I
both
think
game
beyond there
7.
we'll
Rangers and Flames.
Rangers and Stars.
And I'm going to go Rangers and Stars.
I think we all agree that the Rangers are going to go
Yep.
forward because it's
Yeah.
But yeah, so far we have 2 for Stars, 1 for
Unfortunately.
Flames, I think.
I'm gonna say it's Avs against the Oilers.
No, we're going for the
We're going
I
for the
haven't made
Game
my
7
deci-
winners. Too.
Boys,
no,
I
Kirby.
haven't made
Right
my
now we're doing
decision.
first rounds.
Boys,
So we're gonna
remember,
put up
I
the.
have the final say for this map.
So we're gonna
so
put up.
Kirby.
Say for the Calgary Dallas.
Hang,
So we're
hang
gonna-
on.
so we're gonna-
first Kirby has to pick. Kirby, Flames or Stars?
Flames. By the way, it seems like the Flames
Yep.
family circus will stay out of business for a round.
Also, how's picking the Flames to go on? All right, so let's go start.
Let's do our pick.
I'd say we're not going further like we did
No.
for the NBA.
Veto.
For the
No,
NBA, but
no.
Veto. Let's go.
okay.
Okay, so
Avs Blues.
Avs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Avs too.
Avs move on.
Avs.
The Battle of Alberta.
No, we're not going to Battle of Alberta yet. We're going to the Battle of the Florida.
We're going to
Tampa.
Florida, man. This
The
The
series.
I-4 battle.
Tampa. I trust Vasilevsky more than I trust.
Bobrovsky.
Tampa, because God hates us all.
Yes.
So Tampa moves on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna be vetoed anyways by that vote.
Okay.
So
Canes or Rangers?
Canes.
A storm surge is coming.
Rangers. So no, Helvia picking Canes.
I'm picking Canes.
Okay, 3-3.
The Hurricanes
Yeah,
have just
Red
been
Sox,
the surprise so far this postseason because every bit of adversity that's been thrown at them, they've overcome easily. Like
Like I
how?
said, we've got a final pick.
Penguins will be without their assistant coach.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Calgary.
Mike Vellucci is in COVID protocol.
Ooh.
Dang it!
All right, boys. Flames, Oilers.
Calgary.
Oilers.
I'm gonna say Oilers, actually.
We got. I'm seeing this.
It's
I'm
2-0.
saying
'Cause someone
Edmonton.
said Calgary.
Edmonton moves on.
Vetoed.
So now,
I said Calgary.
also, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Avalanche for this series.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep, Avalanche,
Avalanche-
and let's
Avalanche-
do Carolina.
Lightning.
I'm gonna say Raleigh. Raleigh's gonna go to the
Hell.
final.
Hell,
This-
Look at what
this'll be-
I've got.
Well-
Look what I've got already. Grab it.
He's
This is
got
gonna
Carolina,
gonna be-
and Colorado in the final.
It's gonna be
Ooh.
Raleigh.
So,
It's
so
gonna
now,
be what could have.
Avalanche
It's gonna be the
versus,
matchup that could have existed in 2002.
In the middle?
And Colorado not shit their
hang
pants.
on. So, Avalanche versus Hurricanes. What we got?
In
Canes.
the
Colorado.
mid-season
Colorado.
predictions, we had Carolina. I think it's best we stick to it. Carolina.
Canes.
Canes.
The Hurricanes are the Stanley Cup champions.
According to us. But we
Although
don't know.
we picked the Rangers and now they're
And-
going to lose next round.
Let me just double check my bracket. It's been almost slaughtered. I say almost because Kings, why'd you have to lose that game 7? It's also posted in our Discord if you want to pull it up, guys. But
Yeah.
I have one better question. Can somebody please explain to me what the Islanders are doing? Islanders,
They
what the actual beans are you doing?
Well,
The-
with that said,
I guess you could call
hang
it.
on.
I guess you
wanna
could call
save
the rest
this
of the division
I wanna save this
Sonic.
for. I want to save this for the end.
Okay.
Very
No,
true.
we're saving something else for the game.
I'm saving it as. I'm actually gonna save it as our silver.
The Islanders, you're saving for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
In
Okay.
which case, reckoning,
Except for
I
saving
think yours
that-
is gonna be gold either way.
let's go ahead and move on.
Okay.
We have
let's
other
look at-
Game 7s happening in other sports.
Yep. And currently, Boston and Milwaukee, as Bobby Portis nails another 3. It's currently 68-58 Boston.
Oh, you're a
With
bit ahead of me.
3:54 to go in the third.
You're a bit
Yep.
ahead of me.
And tonight,
That's because
We
I'm not on
have
YouTube TV.
Dallas versus
Make
Phoenix.
up for that.
I'll say it again because I said this beforehand. Can somebody please explain to me what the heck this is going on? I know
No.
the question is they're going to make you ask questions, but the Mavericks, who are dealing with a disgruntled star, or at least did through most of the season, Luka Doncic,
Hell,
by
we hear
accident.
you.
Elv, shut up.
That was by
they
accident.
when you're dealing with a disgruntled star, the whole roster dealt with an overhaul, especially with Rick Carlisle and Donnie Nelson leaving before the season, being replaced by, I forget the GM, and then of course Jason Kidd as the coach. And somehow they're taking it to 7 against the Western Conference champions. Excuse me, that does not calculate, that does not compute. What the heck?
It's because it's
XP
the no
sound?
place like home series. You're gonna have plenty of those in the playoffs. Because Phoenix won 1, 2, and 5 in Phoenix, and then Dallas won 3, 4, and 6 in Dallas.
And also to answer your question, Hal, no, I don't need the sound. If you can just find like one of those like spinning beach balls from Mac and just put it over top of me,
Beach ball
that
of
works.
I
Because that's like me trying to analyze that. That's basically that. The little beach ball just spinning and spinning and spinning. And I can never
Or
get
just
it.
that. Or just that. Would
Or,
that work instead?
just AOL dial-up
Would Grossi-
noises.
Hang on.
Yes,
Hang on,
reckoning.
would
Yes,
Grossi saying pourquoi would work better or no?
No. So moving on.
but either way, Suns, Mavericks. What are you doing? What kind of sorcery is this? And with that being said, what's next?
But let's go into soccer.
Unfortunately,
Let's go into
the
soccer.
Grizzlies.
Oh,
Oh.
I have
said
to say.
soccer, but okay.
I'm just gonna say this: Grizzlies. We have like, I say don't say this lightly, but you need to figure out who you are because you somehow did significantly better without your star player in John Morant, and I know you're facing a dynasty that was coming back when we left for dead on the side of the road. But at the same time, when you play better without your big name star, that's a sign. I'm not quite going to go full out and say it's like Nolan Arenado bad, but it might be getting there.
Okay.
Yep. And the process is dying.
No, the process has been dead.
Yep. The 76ers have lost to the Heat.
James Harden has yet to reach the. Let me just put it out. James Harden has yet to reach an NBA Finals.
And let's keep
Oh
it that way.
no! Anyways, last week.
Yes.
Okay, we needed. Man, we need a Valorant for that.
Yeah.
Oh no. Anyway.
Oh no. Anyways.
Oh no. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess now y'all can go
we
ahead and move on to
can we
your
go
soccer.
to? Let's go to the football.
Yes.
Football.
Go ahead, Health.
And this is where me and Kirby will probably hop in, cause
Good.
like we said, we got some European finals coming up. We're not gonna cover those. We're gonna cover the domestic leagues. So
Yep, 3 of the 5 are settled so far.
yeah, PSG winning
PSG
in France,
Barf.
Real in Spain, and the Reichsmasters.
Yeah, in the
in
Bundesliga.
Germany.
The two
versus
leagues-
Bayern.
The 2 leagues that are left that have not been settled are the Premier League, which currently has City up by 4 points, but Liverpool do have a game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning Liverpool, in their game against Southampton, have to match their result. If they don't, City are the champions.
If you draw or win, you keep us waiting. However, if you lose, game over.
Game over.
Yep.
City wins the trophy in their home garden.
Let's see Southampton's recent form. 3
Let's
losses
hear
in their last 4 matches. Yeah, they're gonna be. That's gonna be.
It's
They're in
gonna
for a
be
bad
question mark.
time.
Let's hear some Syria.
Serie
Serie
A
A-
is coming down to the final day as well.
Yep.
With AC Milan holding a 2-point lead and head-to-head on Inter Milan. So all AC Milan have to do is essentially, if it finishes 0-0, they are the Serie A champions. However, if they fuck it up and Inter Milan wins their game against their final game, which will be against Sampdoria, and I believe Sampdoria are still potentially. They could be clear of the relegation zone. Actually, they're all they have to do is finish the game. They're clear. They're safe.
They're clear from relegation.
Yeah, their safety was secured because their safety was secure when Inter Milan beat Cagliari.
Fair.
All right.
But
And
if they blow it, I have a feeling there's going to be some salt mines, and somebody here might be laughing.
On who?
No, he's just excited that more salt mines are going to be created.
Exactly.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
that's my boy.
And I got some breaking
Also-
news out of hockey.
Oh,
The Calgary Flames are reportedly expected to relocate their AHL franchise, the Stockton Heat, out of California up into the Calgary area.
not bad.
Oh, well then.
The AHL
That
is
is interesting.
The AHL is expanding into Canada. Finally,
Nah, teams being relocated up in Canada.
Yeah.
even still, what took you so long to finally realize hockey is bigger in Canada than in the U.S.?
I mean,
Well, they
I mean,
had
the Toronto's
the
AHL
Heat
team.
have actually been to Abbotsford
Yeah,
for a short while.
Hang on, they had
And they moved down to Stockton, but the Vancouver Canucks actually moved their AHL franchise, the Utica Comets, over to Abbotsford.
Mm-hmm.
So now the
Mhm.
Utica Comets are now the AHL affiliate to the Devils.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Anyway,
is this like is this like MLB where the minor leagues trade go around in a circle repeatedly?
it feels
Kinda.
like.
Kind of, but
Anyways, we also got an update from Dark Kirby. Kirby, what you got?
Genoa is officially Genoa.
Genoa.
Genoa is officially relegated from Serie A
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Have a good time.
because I believe they lose out on head-to-head
have a
with
good
Salernitana.
Yep.
Yeah, they lose out on head-to-head with Salernitana.
Oof.
We give
So
you
Premier
celebratory
League
pizza,
doesn't-
but everybody else ate it.
Pizza time.
So
It's time.
Serie A has the head-to-head tiebreaker, but the Premier League doesn't?
Premier League is, I believe the Premier League is
I
the
think
only
it's
one of
like-
the 5
no, it's
leagues.
the goal differential. I think Premier League's goal differential first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
goal
use it. In fact, that's what happened in 2012 when Manchester City and Manchester United were deadlocked on points.
Mm-hmm.
They used goal differential.
I think it was goal differential between the two of them, or just goal differential
Yeah.
in general.
Goal differential
I'll take a
between
look.
goal
Oh
differential
yeah, that's
overall
when
and between two.
oh yeah, that's when that was one of the games where City won at United 6-1.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Sergio Aguero got the game-winning goal at 93-20. Those two numbers live rent-free in
Okay,
Manchester United's
okay.
heads.
Okay, boys, I have it. I have the tie system. If any club finishes with the same number of points, the position's determined by goal difference, then the number of goals scored.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
However, if the teams
that's
still
very
cannot be
common in
separated,
soccer to use that.
however, if
FIFA
they
uses
cannot
that
be
tiebreaker
separated,
a lot.
they'll be awarded the same position.
All right.
I think FIFA does the same thing in the World Cup,
They have a
except
different
if
system.
they
They have
if
a
it's
different
extended, they use
they
fair
extended
play
the list
awards.
more.
Like if you get a yellow
Dunk.
card, you get a certain point. If you have the least
lose
amount of points, you move on.
Hang on.
Yeah.
If you get a yellow card or a red card, you lose points.
Yep.
All right.
I'm actually going to. I'll actually get the tiebreaker rules for that.
Well, origin that, let's cross the pond and cover
hang on.
Days of
Hang on.
Our
I got the
Steelers.
tiebreaker rules.
Sure.
I'm getting the
Will help please alleviate us from this misery because, guys, there's been another Steelers thing.
Ah, boy, time for me to play the sound again.
Tonight on Where's
So-
My Liquor?
To recap, everybody, Ben Roethlisberger, who's been the Steelers quarterback through both their Super Bowls in 2005 and 2008, retired after this past season concluded. However, he says that this retirement was not his decision and that he still wanted to play. Two problems. He would be a free agent, and it had come out that it was time to move on. They wanted to do so. So for Big Ben to say no, I didn't want to do this, when the team was basically dragged by him for the past few seasons, I feel like it feels like a messy divorce of a guy who really shouldn't be, because again, we saw this last season. He should not have been playing this season except for the money because he looked overcooked. And yet he wants to now say that he wants to play some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna push Extra down on that one.
He's not. He's done.
He
Thank you
out.
for what you did for the Steelers, but you're done.
He's been
You're
done
cooked.
for lack of better terms. But
You're way
What-
beyond well done.
I'm going to say this.
And-
Because I know I've said it in this podcast before that it's thanks to Big Ben or Ben Roethlisberger that's held me back from actively supporting the Steelers. This is the move that made me think, yeah, it's finally time. For him to come out now and say, look, I didn't want to do this. I want to keep playing. I want this team to still be about me. It says two things to me. One, Ben, you're still the reason why I cannot get behind the Steelers. So leave and don't even think about coming back. Otherwise, you will lose me for good. And second of all, Steelers, if you bring him back, we already got Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Mason Rudolph, who now could thrive in a completely different system. If you bring Ben back and tailor it to a system again, don't even bother writing off next season and just gun for that top pick. Don't even bother trying for making the playoffs. You're going to suck. Go all the way then.
It's the
tank.
Steelers. They don't know how to tank.
They
It's
refuse
like-
to tank.
Here's the thing. It's because I watched Secret Base on YouTube. Their series about like collapse or teams collapse. This feels like that Milwaukee Bucks collapse they covered in the early 2000s to mid 2010s. If you don't tank, eventually, with some teams, the tank finds you, and that happened to the Bucks. It might very well happen to the Steelers.
Yep.
Should it happen? Absolutely. Patching up, like if he comes back, that's when the tank's gonna come for them. If not, you guys have hope.
Yeah.
But basically, my ask of you, shut him up. I will not mince words. Ben, get out and stay out. Don't even bother taking gold jacket. You don't deserve it.
He's
Exactly,
taking his
Hal.
gold jacket.
The only gold jacket he'll be getting is one on the golf course.
Nah.
If you ask me.
Yeah, but he's still going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I wouldn't say first ballot, but
In
maybe
hell.
on the second or third
I will
ballot.
say,
maybe.
my opinion, I think a little bit lower. I think third.
Eh.
That's what
My
I said,
hope
like
is he.
second or
My
third.
hope again. With as much as he ruined football for me, my hope is that he doesn't get it all.
Look,
With that
you've seen
said-
some of
And
the,
this
you've
and
seen
this
the
is
people
again
that have made
the salty anti-Yinzer it be
Yes.
coming out, but at the same time, with all the scandal that has plagued him off the field, and now he's still complaining about rookies that they draft. This guy, you're done. Get out
Yeah.
and don't come back.
And speaking of collapses, we're going to move into baseball, where the Royals collapsed after having a
we
6-0
got one other
lead.
thing I think we
Oof.
got one other thing in football. Duck.
Go ahead, Duck.
Oh.
Hmm.
There's more
Football.
Let me look at.
But hell, do you have anything else to
Someone
mention?
got hit. Someone got hit with the cuffs.
Oh, right.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy just got arrested. Kirby, you have.
It was a weird thing. Apparently there was some domestic dispute, and he was apparently quote unquote aiding in it. But
Like, he wasn't the abuser, but
Mm.
I think it was
He-
that he kind of. I think it was that like he was trying to like get the police away from the suspect. Like he was making things up to keep the abuser from being caught and arrested.
Hindering the arrest.
Yes.
Basically,
tampering is what it was
obstruction of
called.
justice.
Tampering.
tampering.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Kirby.
right.
But to me, I just have to, I'm going to just set aside the criminal charges because that's unforgivable and should not be done. The Broncos, this is the worst case scenario. You have a guy showing promise, and all of a sudden he decides to throw that all away. Your team is supposed to be competitive. You got Russell Wilson to hopefully drag your team out of the doldrums under a new head coach
Nathaniel
who's going to
Hackett.
bring his own system. And now you're without one of your top guys. Broncos, you're competing in the murderous row division, and you're probably going to finish better than Josh McDaniels. I'm going to call that now.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, get the liquor. You might need it. Just do it.
Do it.
Okay, where's the?
Seriously.
Thank God my music is or my headphones are suppressed for whatever reason, so I can't hear it. So I can't hear the sound pad much.
Yeah.
And there's Valor.
Hello, Valor.
Hello.
Hi,
Val.
y'all. I was writing a research paper for one of my finals. I got it done finally.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations, man.
I
Yep.
got two more finals to do, and then I'm done college for the year. Until
Yay.
until that is
Exciting.
Until
Also-
late
Okay.
August.
Helv. What you got?
I think we got the. Oh, Duck, you're gonna hate me for this one.
What now?
Well, a team got hit.
Oh yeah. The Cleveland
the
Guardians
virus.
have COVID.
everywhere,
Why?
every
also-
orifice.
I'm going to just-
It's like Oprah Winfrey. You get COVID. You get COVID.
All
You
right.
get
Started
COVID.
with
Alright, so Duck-
Everybody gets
Hang on,
COVID.
Kirby. Okay, so
It
Duck
started
go.
with Terry Francona getting a case of the Rona, and then 7 other guys got it. Fortunately, there were no other players, so they were able to continue their series against the Chicago White Sox. However, one of the recent guys, the owner of the White Sox franchise, Josh Naylor, also got hit with the Rona. Like, why? He's been one of the best hitters in the game on this team, and why? Why, Corona?
I have a
Man,
comment.
you evil succubus.
I'm just going
You
to
are
say
evil.
this. Because it was also mentioned by Kirby that one of the assistant coaches for the Penguins also is dealing with this.
Yep.
To me, we could comment all we want about how people need to get vaxxed, still need to get vaxxed, and absolutely do that. But I think to me, this is just kind of a sign that we aren't fully out of the woods yet. No matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, if this virus isn't completely gone, or it's reached an endemic stage where they basically say, well, there's not much we can do now. Until we hit that point, it's going to come back in waves, and this is just the next wave because it'll adapt, it'll figure out what's next, and before you know it, it's everywhere again. Am I going to go doomsday and say it's going to shut everything down again? No, but at this rate, guys, it's back.
Yep.
It's called
And-
change doesn't happen fast enough. That's
Exactly.
Yep.
With
And the Coronas just recently got over their Corona. Adam Wainwright just got activated to start tonight on Sunday Night Baseball.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the Guardians got over their hit as well.
Okay.
It's Corona
we do
is
have-
is basically a roach. We can't, no matter how many times we try and stamp it out, it'll just, we lift our foot up and it'll just carry on forward.
Just
Yep.
call it an endemic and be done with it.
With that
Yeah.
said,
Yep,
I
and
think we missed
there are-
one thing in our football category.
What?
We did.
The
Health.
Nickelodeons.
Health.
The schedule.
The
Oh,
NFL
yeah,
schedules got
Oh yeah,
released.
the schedules got released, and some of the teams decided to do it in a creative way.
Especially the Detroit Lions. Chisel the Dons was having a field day.
Yeah,
Because
that
they
was
got
one
the
of the
guy
best
from
ones.
Detroit Urban Survival Training
Yep.
to do the freaking schedule release.
Yeah.
It was
although
hilarious.
some of them were just roast instead of training.
Well, the
Like
Detroit
with the
Urban Survival
Jaguars.
Training included some roasts.
Yeah, like with the Jaguars, it's like, oh, you already know a thing about urban survival. To the
With that
Jaguars.
said,
Oh,
but
frickin'
here's the thing,
Jacksonville.
guys. We have 3 Nickelodeon Bowls on our hands this year.
Oh no.
Including one on Christmas Day.
Why?
I'm just gonna say this.
Because
I'll put it out for you guys to give your opinion, but they're trying way too hard to push this game on a younger audience.
what are you talking about? The results are hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm gonna say, for me, for somebody who's already not bought into football, if you try and with as much as they're trying to continue to expand into the next generation, it's like you're running the same problems you're dealing with. Oversaturation. It's everywhere. You see like the talk about like next generation, like sports are everywhere. So having more Nickelodeon games when some kids probably would rather watch better sports, hockey. I don't think it works.
Koi?
Hockey,
Sounded like koi.
hockey.
Last time I checked, koi wasn't a sport.
Sounds like
all right, hockey. I forget, Duck. You don't want to hear hockey because Game 7's tonight.
Yep.
Okay.
Why do you do this to
We're
us,
talking-
Penguins? Why?
So. and then
Anyways,
also-
help. What's next?
I was also going to go some more on the schedule release. The Chargers
that-
decided to use Weebury to release the schedule.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Okay.
Well, they
Hang-
used
hang on,
word art
Chargers?
last year, so
Weed?
might as well bump
Hang
it
on.
up.
Yep. And the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to have their star defensive lineman try to protect the schedule.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh, I want to.
Every part of this is
I'm
stupid.
gonna take a look at this.
I'm just
sorry, I
saying,
have
every
to take a
part
look
of
at
this whole schedule, these things is just stupid to me. Just put out the dang schedule.
I mean, well, the social media teams are leaning more to shit posting, so the NFL has to adapt and start shit posting themselves.
Yep. That's
The one,
what they're
the one
doing.
problem is, I see, and this is me not being one of them, but sometimes there's a difference between shit posting and shit posting, and a number of these schedules to me look like the latter.
I mean, I don't know. The Detroit Urban Survival Training was really good.
That was the only one I can say that I looked at and thought, okay.
Yeah.
The Steelers, what the heck was that? The
And
Chargers, what in the world are you doing?
Let me look.
The Seahawks released a fake schedule for their own team. Like they had their players react to, like they lied to their players and gave out a horrible schedule, made their own players sick to their stomach. Like 4 straight road games, including road games during all holidays. No bye week after the Germany game. And they're like, no, they're just kidding. Here's our actual schedule.
Again, just why? Just put the dang schedule out without any of this. It's I hate to say it, but less is more.
Mm.
Just again, less is more. Put the schedules out. The only way we care about what the schedule is just seeing the dates, and by having this whole grand event for it, just no.
Yeah.
As Duck and Helv are currently witnessing the absolute abomination of the Chargers schedule release.
Oh my god, it's perfect. I'm sorry.
This is
It's
good.
just perfect.
This is horrible.
Good stuff.
No,
What are you
no,
talking
it's
about?
perfect.
My eyes hurt after watching the Los Angeles Chargers one.
Yeah.
If you
Kurt-
saw
the
that
Penguins,
episode after BGO last night, then you would understand.
But
Did
Valor, what you got?
Oh no.
Valor?
To be fair,
What, are you talking about me winning my pyramid again?
No,
No,
the other
we're talking
thing.
about
After
what
you
happened
left.
afterwards and out of context.
We're
The
talking about-
nonsense. I did miss the
the out of
nonsense.
I'm not
on the
going to
server
talk about
last
it.
night,
Look
at
on
least.
out of context.
Yeah, we don't talk about it here because that is very much. That's
It's gonna
very
kick.
much
It's
something
gonna
that does
cancel
not.
us as a whole.
Well,
Yeah,
Man.
so
It-
Because-
it's, no,
so
it-
let's
it's
move on
also
to
go-
baseball.
It's going on
Baseball.
my eyes.
All right, baseball
Let's
time.
move on to
go.
baseball, where the Kansas City Royals have choked a 6-0 lead.
Wow.
If that was
Now,
the
If
case,
we're talking
again.
about baseball, I got a story for you.
Although Val were pushing that particular story to the very end.
We're pushing the Reds to the end, but you got another one, Valor?
So yes, let's go ahead and move on real quick. So yeah, earlier today, once upon a time, the Kansas City Royals led 6-0 in the 7th inning. Middle of the 7th inning, 6-0. End of the 7th inning, 7-6.
Oh.
A 7-run inning
Another
to the Colorado
7-run inning.
Rockies.
Yep. That scored 3 runs at the top. The Royals scored 3 runs at the top, and then Colorado scored all 7 of their runs at the bottom.
Yep.
And just a
Why-
reminder, the Rockies, this is a team that's just trying to get butts in the seats by signing Chris Bryant, and everything else is just, at best, meh.
Yeah.
So you're just bobbing up and down around that mediocre line, just making everybody seasick, and then somehow you pull a 7-run victory against, of all teams, that one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, somehow.
The Angels are beating the A's 2-1 in the 5th. Cubs and Diamondbacks are tied at 2. The Phillies are currently beating the Dodgers 4-2.
The Twins beat the Guardians 3-1.
Oh, and by the way,
the Tigers beat the
we
Royals
have terrible
5-1.
news out of the
Ooh.
state of Massachusetts.
What now?
The children are starving.
Why is that?
Oh no.
Because remember, Red Sox have kids eat free if they win. This team does not win anymore.
Oof.
That explains
They
why
lost
you're last
7-1
in the
today
division
to the
and not the
Rangers.
Orioles for once.
Wait,
Bruh, so this is how the defending champion Bucks are gonna go out, eh?
Yep.
The Boston Celtics are winning.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
they're winning big
like
time.
That.
Would you like to know the score?
What is the score?
I want
97-75.
Oh,
Why?
5:18 to go in the game.
let me take
Well,
a
They're
you're
going-
about to have a nice
the
day.
defending
score.
champions are going out with a
Oh my
limp.
god, 22. Are you kidding me, Bucks?
Okay, Adina. We're
decide
going
here.
to
Would
I
anybody
ahead.
like
Oh,
to
please don't
say?
think.
Would anybody like to replace them?
I'll step out for a moment, but
All right. But
All right, so let
what's
me
your
remove
thought?
you
What do you want me
from
to
the
ask
stream. Let's get Aldina in here and hear him.
Hey.
Well, two things. Well, one thing. One, hey guys, did you know that you can win a baseball game without getting a single hit?
Yeah, we
Adina,
know.
We're
I already
saving
told
that.
you.
Yes,
We
we
were saving
said
that.
it
Saving
earlier.
I'm sorry. Oh my.
We
Okay.
didn't spoil anything. We're just gonna talk about it
Oh.
during our
I,
end of the show.
Second off, we've got another, it's Raw Seek this week. It's Raw
we
Seek.
see.
Raw
What?
Seek, baby.
What?
Another
Raw
Grand
Seek.
Prix.
Yeah, another race.
It's
Unfortunately, it's for a back Grand Prix. We're in the middle of probably some of the weakest Grand Prix coming up.
What does Raw Seek even mean?
It's race.
It's
It's race
the
week.
one meme that
Kirby,
Ferrari
it's in the
accidentally
tree
made
server.
by
Just put in
doing
Raw
race
Week.
week.
And we're in the middle of some of the weakest Grand Prix coming up, with the next one being the Spanish Grand Prix, and then the next one being the famous and yet worst Grand Prix, the Monaco Grand Prix,
Followed by Azerbaijan.
which is pretty good Grand Prix, and then
It's a classic. What are you
12
talking about?
Le Canadien,
At Circuit
home of
Zone
the guy who likes Nutella and a billionaire who is a paid driver.
To be fair, $5
hell?
says he's gonna crash out.
Both of them are paid drivers, to be fair, from billionaires.
Yeah, one of the paid on the Stroll thing. The
And
paid-
Latifi.
Latifi's on his own record. Stroll is different.
At least you don't have Mazepin.
Okay, then.
Yep.
All right, Aldina, is that all you had to say?
I just let me know I have just later on I am gonna be laughing my butt off in other feedings, alright? Because I can't hold it, because I got to leave before I get down, before I just
My
Raw
question-
Seek, baby, Raw Seek.
I've got okay, guys, I gotta figure this out in my head. What if
All right.
That's it. I'll laugh later with you guys, alright? Can we laugh later?
Yeah, we can laugh later.
Also, I do have
Alright.
some thinking in my own head. Russian GP replaced with Germany again. Thoughts?
what's really there to say in that?
Yep.
And because to me, it seems like there are so many, and for the right reasons, sports organizations like outright refusing to play or have anything to do with Russia because of their invasion and war against Ukraine. So the fact that the Russian GP got replaced, it's like
It would.
par for the course. I hate to say it's a non-event because it really isn't, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? Hey, that's what's going on across the world of sports. So finally, you guys catch up. Where have you been?
Yep.
In last place of the lap down, I guess. I don't know.
And
Alright.
with that said,
I
I think
forget-
it's time that we step onto our patented shit stain of the week.
Or
It's
actually,
time. Wait,
I did have one. I did add an additional one.
what you
Alright.
got, Dick?
I'm going to pull off a Kirby here.
Okay.
Oh,
This on Wednesday, the University of this is a personal one for me. The University of Akron just released their new athletics logo. Even though they changed their logos more often than they change their underwear over in the athletics department. Let me show you.
And more often than they win games. in
Let me
football.
show you
let's see.
their new logo. If
Now,
I can
will put
share
us
my
into
screen.
picture-in-picture layout for this.
Let's see.
Microsoft Edge tab.
I-
Go.
Go ahead, John.
There
I
it
got
is. Look at this shit.
Actually, that looks pretty
Mid.
cool.
Well,
It's
It's like
going.
a Notre Dame rip off.
They're going from some pretty iconic logos to something that, to me, looks pretty good, but will have to grow on me.
Yeah.
All right, and the
So
fans.
here's the thing. During band camp, actually not during band camp, during a band rehearsal, during finals week, we had a talk, and one of my friends overheard the athletics department saying, we're going to incorporate a Z in the logo. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to look awful. We object. Valor, I'm
Objection!
participating in the Valor Challenge because
Objection. Your turn ends.
Objection!
their turn should end there. But watching the full release video and seeing the new logo, it didn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I agree.
I thought it was just going to be a block A with a Z coming out. Yeah, it looks bad in my head. But now that I see this, it's not too terrible.
I'm trying to ratio Dolanders again, by the way.
No one cares about
Yeah, we'll keep
that.
it in the server.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell was that logo? What the fuck was that?
Akron.
That was Akron.
Zips.
So literally, they're
Hey,
just literally just like.
Oh, hang on.
So they're literally just like, you know what? Fuck it, just make an
Because
A.
I can see what they were doing.
Yeah.
I could see what they were doing here.
Okay,
The
bring it
A,
back.
they literally made a Z.
I did
and an
see
A.
somewhat of a Z there.
Yep,
That's so
You did see the Z
unnoticeable that,
Yeah, I did.
yeah,
there you go.
if you look at it, on the far left, you can see Z. At the same
Yeah,
time,
kinda.
That's a Z right there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah.
And
At the
there's
same
some of
time-
the word mark logos.
Mm-hmm.
There's Zippy. Don't worry, Zippy. They'll make some logos of you in the future, I'm sure.
But yeah, you can
Yeah.
kind of see where I was like, yeah, I can kind of see the Z in that logo.
Yeah, it's kind of faint, but you can
yeah,
definitely
I
see
can
it.
sense
it's subtle, but it works.
Mhm.
Unlike, I feel it's time, Helv, let's rip some teams, why don't we? I already have my list down, so if you guys want
I think
to...
all of us have our
Hang on.
list
We
down.
are all, as of this point, I believe that we both have a gold and a silver confirmed for this week.
However, we have somebody else who's kind of sitting around waiting, and while you guys are thinking of who you want for bronze, I can just list off my names. Just check.
Hang on.
Unless you need the time.
We need
In
it.
which
Tom.
I
case?
will activate the timer though, but I think we should.
Actually, there's like 4 nominees for
There are 2
group.
confirmed for this week.
I have
and
like
I'm
4
gonna-
nominees here.
Yeah. So with that said, we do have a good amount of teams to poke fun at, but I think it's best that I say who our confirmed gold is, in my opinion, and are somewhat confirmed.
My bronze is James Harden.
Okay.
No, not bronze, silver.
Yeah.
I think we wait because I think each of us deserves a chance to individually laugh at the gold and silver. That's just me.
All right.
So yeah, everyone go ahead
30
and make your
seconds?
lists.
Yep.
Go.
Okay,
Seconds on the
so.
clock.
Alright.
30
No,
seconds.
Kirby, just go ahead and write it down.
I have my 4 nominees written down. 2 of them I think are going to be confirmed.
Oh boy. I'll lead us off because there's been one we've been hanging on to and waiting for, and that is the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, playing the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh today, usually a pretty fun time for a team coming in. Not today. The Pirates get a 1-0 win despite the Reds having a no-hitter. They lose on a no-hitter in
Everyone-
Pittsburgh.
Want to know how
Everybody-
Fingers out, fingers up. It's time to point and laugh.
Okay.
You hit.
Oh my God.
You know,
That's not even
it's-
possible.
it makes it even worse. The Reds, coming to this game, had a streak where we thought they might actually be something, and then we realized, no, they went back to their early season form, where they somehow suck worse than a Hoover vacuum. And is that possible? Yes, the
that's
Reds are
putting it
absolutely
too
proving it.
lightly. A Dyson and shark vacuum combined.
Oh, and the Reds decided to do that in a new and unique way by losing, despite having no hitter, to the Pirates. This is the city of Pittsburgh's comedy act since 1992.
Oh.
I'd say even since the reason I say 92 is because as soon as that first base got stolen, everybody started laughing, and now they're still laughing because it's the Pirates.
I think. I mean, I
Wanna
think
know
I know
how
who our confirmed silver
win?
is.
This is the
Here's
first
how
time.
to-
The first
Here's
time
how
this
to win
happened since
without getting a
2008.
hit.
Wow.
One.
Boys, before we continue, I'm gonna say it. Anyone who thinks that the silver isn't what I'm thinking, I'm actually gonna pull ahead and pull the veto. We're
However,
going to have-
Duck has something to say about these Reds. Go ahead,
What?
Duck.
Do you want?
I think we all.
Hello, class. Take your seats. Welcome to how to win a game without getting a hit. One.
Said,
Have your opponent walk not one, not two, but three of your batters.
In one inning.
Or have your hitter. Let me look him up.
Grounded to a force out soft enough to where they can't get two.
Have Brian Hayes reach on fielder's choice. It doesn't count as a hit, but guess what? He still made it. And Pirates are up 1-0.
It wasn't even the fielder's
That
choice
was the
technically.
only time. And that
I think
was
it
the
was.
only time they came across the plate. Guess what? You could have a no-hitter and still lose.
Check
Yeah, so
The Reds, man.
this is a phenomenon
with
that happened.
said,
check the
Hang on.
server. Check our server. Check
I
our
have-
posted.
I have to list off the rest of my picks before we
No.
continue.
hang on.
Because-
Before we
Help,
continue,
help,
Zep,
help,
I
give
did
him
state that I
time.
am pulling
Help.
something out of my butt for
No,
this one.
health stop. Health bad.
Health, get a beer. You need one. Because the Toronto Maple
Oh,
Leafs.
no.
I'm not
You need
understand.
you need a beer to celebrate because the
Oh.
Toronto Maple Leafs, despite looking like they had the Tampa Bay Lightning on the ropes, especially out shooting them, get stonewalled as Andrei Vasilevsky pulled an Andrei Vasilevsky, turned into a brick wall in Game 7, and despite dodging that infamous 3-1 that's haunted them over the years, in a Game 7, on home ice, just like last year, they completely and utterly choked. Toronto Maple Leafs now have last year they officially said it. This year they've extended that 55 years and counting without a Stanley Cup. That is a record in NHL history, and I don't think we will see that broken for another 55 years.
Should I
By
pull
that
up the-
time, it'll be 110 years since the Toronto Maple Leafs last won a cup.
The
Guys,
Toronto Maple Leafs are
can I
on their
pull
way
up
to
a
being the
meme for
next
this one or
Chicago
no?
Cubs.
Yep.
should I pull up a certain meme?
Nope.
Do it.
I'll take over next.
I have
Hang
some
on.
stuff to
No. You don't know which meme I'm going to be doing.
I don't want to see it. I already know what you're going to put. I don't care.
Zip, go
The
ahead and
meme
get
that
to
you're
your
gonna put
bronze.
is this ratio.
Get out
Boo!
of here, Kirby.
Kirby,
Go
simple
to
display.
Cubby Aphrodina. Let's do this.
But
How about no? How about
I'm
no?
meaning this.
Oh,
Where's
I've
my
seen that
purpose?
before.
You pass butter.
God, Lamau.
No,
I've
what is my
seen that
purpose?
before,
You
and
choke
just-
three
What is my
games
purpose?
during
You
the
choke
series
3
and make your
games
fan
during the
base more
series
arrogant
and make
than
your fan base
Steelers
more
fans.
arrogant than Steelers fans. Welcome to the Elimination Lounge, pal.
However,
oh my god.
here's the thing. So many of us are going to want to put the Islanders as the bronze. I have them as an honorable mention for firing Barry Trotz because you guys make back-to-back conference finals, then have a season where nothing clicked, and your decision isn't to try and rebound but fire the coach. What? And then there's my bronze. Guys, as you can see, I'm a Penguins fan. And if you've been following this postseason, at one point, the Penguins despite being down to the third string goaltender, had a 3-1 series lead against the New York Rangers. They had solved Igor Shesterkin. They had somehow beaten the team that bullied them throughout the regular season. And then they choke and blow away the next two games. I was even live streaming Game 6, where for all but 2 minutes, non-consecutive minutes, the Penguins looked like rubbish. And now they must go to New York City in Madison Square Garden for another Game 7. When in a loud Madison Square Garden, when all the momentum is in favor of the Rangers. Penguins, please, I know this is supposed to be your last dance here, and we have hope for you. But why do you insist on raising our blood pressure like this?
Because
Because it's
In the words
it's
of
a
the late
team in Pittsburgh. What do you expect?
in the words of the late great Tom Petty, don't do me like that.
Do him like that. Wait, no, don't take
Shut
that.
up! Shut up!
Oh
Your
my
team
Dude,
God.
don't take
shit
that
in the
context.
playoffs. Shut up!
Okay, who's
With
next?
that said,
Valor said he's
I didn't
next.
say my
yeah.
bronze
Yeah.
yet.
Duck,
I don't
say
think
your
you mentioned
bonds.
who you got, Duck.
Hey, check general in the sports.
I
chat.
saw.
I saw
I
it. I
did.
saw it.
I think
So Valor, go.
we'll let Valor have the floor. Valor,
Yeah.
who you got?
So for Braun, I have a quite unusual
Bless you.
pick.
Go
So,
ahead.
if you haven't been aware, my Capitals are out. Well, we have a glaring problem. Your best defenseman is supposed to be good offensively and defensively. He was good offensively, but when you put a -8 in 6 games, you deserve to get traded or benched.
It's not
Woof.
Letang bad, but oof.
Well, that
Right.
explains why you left poor Ilya Samsonov out to dry in overtime and leave him wide open to Carter Verhaeghe to eliminate us.
Oof.
No offense to
Carter
Verhaeghe, he was really
Just
good
another
that
player to
series.
live rent free in your head.
All right. Silver.
Okay.
Valor, keep going.
For bronze, I have the
You mean the
Philadelphia
silver.
76ers.
Ooh.
All this hype with Harden, and yet you can't get past the second round. Cry me a river. Ben Simmons still lives in your head rent free, and he never left the team.
Who the hell's adjusting?
Reckoning?
And then for gold,
Go ahead.
a team in the 6. Toronto, how do you not win a playoff series since 2004? And you're out in a do or die game in 5 straight years. You are pathetic. Please trade John Tavares, Mitch Marner, and Austin Matthews to a real team.
Damn!
Okay.
I feel like Valor's like that at this point.
I
Okay.
feel très bon.
I think
And
so.
with that said, I think I might be going last tonight.
Okay.
Wait,
I
but
haven't
We'll keep
said my
going.
bronze
Kirby.
Hang on, Duck.
All
Oh, yeah.
right. So
Time out.
No.
I want to hear
I'll
Duck's
let
bronze.
Kirby go. I'll go.
Yeah.
all right. So
Kirby,
my
Kirby.
bronze is James Harden. And how the fuck in an elimination game do you only take 2.2 shots in the fourth quarter? And you didn't even make either one of them. That's the worst part. Why? You're gonna make it so both teams lose this trade, bruh.
Congratulations, you did just
I
that.
don't get it.
Last time
Why?
I saw something this bad from James Harden, it was the 20. I think it was 26 straight threes that they missed with the
27.
Rockets. 27,
It's worse.
27 straight threes, and Harden was part of that. It seems like now, instead of shooting 27 missed threes, he's going to shoot missed game wins.
Yeah. Becky,
Uh,
your Celtics beat the
they
will
Bucks.
have a
They'll
champion,
be
yes.
eliminated.
Oh,
Good,
my bronze is obviously the Islanders. Like, why?
Oh, silver, you mean?
Silver. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it either, Kirby. I've been trying to analyze this and figure this out, but other than a team being incredibly knee-jerk, there is no answer.
And the number one, the goal is obviously the Reds. Like, just when you think they can't do anything worse, it gets even worse. It's like you look at how can we make things worse? You're like challenge accepted.
You know what's worse? You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Alright.
Although
Hold
Kirby,
on.
would you like
Can
to know
you
James
put-
Harden's new
can
new theme song?
Can you pull up that picture I posted in the server?
Oh,
Like
you got it.
Pull it up.
I got it.
Pull it up.
Let's see this.
Share screen.
Yeah.
Linda.
Also, time out. I also have
What?
some news.
Holy shit.
We covered
How
that.
we
Hal.
posted that?
Yeah, all right. Show that.
Okay, let
Hal,
me
you
check
are
the
late on
final
your own
score
show.
here.
Oh,
Hold on. Duck's trying to pull up the pick, isn't he?
Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
go on to Twitter here. Get really active.
Let me tell the
No,
final
it's
score
whoa,
for.
whoa. The image is up on the
It's in the
thing.
Discord.
I got it.
Cut.
I know,
Put it
I-
up, Hal.
Go up.
Well,
It's
Valor
open
goes
original.
while you do that. Valor, you can talk.
Okay, final score. Boston Celtics 109. Milwaukee Bucks 81. You lost by
Hey.
28.
There will be a new NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That means a new champion.
Gentlemen,
Darn it, you beat me.
Oh,
Damn, I just scared her. Oh my god!
Put it in the loop. Put it in the loop.
and even worse, this was in Pittsburgh. You're in PNC Park, and somehow the place where all relevant baseball goes to die, unless you're visiting, somehow yields this.
It's as if Cueto
I
never
can't.
left.
I don't understand life anymore.
I just don't understand what this Pirates team is. That's all I will say.
It's
All
like
right.
Cueto never left.
But yeah,
with that said,
Kirby,
I've-
would you like to know the theme
I
song
need-
of James Harden?
What?
I need to say
These are
my
bricks.
bronze.
House.
Oh,
I could make
Bill,
a Rule 4 joke here, but I'm not going to.
No.
if you do it, I will actually yeet you out of this call. And
I said I could, and I won't.
I will.
So,
I will
let's
say
move
this:
on,
James
team.
Harden
So-
building his legacy with a house of bricks.
Yep.
All right. Does that mean
So-
it's
Anyway,
my turn
brick
then?
after brick after brick.
Duck, what you got
Okay.
for bronze, my friend?
Well, obviously, gold goes to the Reds. Obvious choice is obvious.
Yep.
I don't know how you managed to pull it off, but you did it. Silver, the annual Scotiabank Arena Comedy Festival, known as the Toronto Maple Leafs. 5 fucking winner-take-all games, lost. We all know what happened.
Yep.
And my bronze goes to the Chicago White Sox. Speaking of 7-run innings, actually
Uh-oh.
no. Speaking of 6-run leads being blown, the Guardians were down. Let me just pull up our locale of the week here. The Guardians were down 8-2 in their second game of their doubleheader. One, it's 2 out. Here we go, 8-2. Let me tell you a story. Second pitch that supposed Banks deals against Jimenez, Daner. A solo home run to Jimenez makes it a 5-run game. Rosario singles to left. Austin Hedges got to base on an error. Rosario scores. The score is now 8-4. Straw strikes out. Quan grounded the fielder's choice. Runners on first. Big 2 out. Jose Ramirez gets walked. Runners on first and second. Pitching change. Hendricks is in. Miller,
Oh,
single. Bases loaded. But all you need is one more out. One more out. And you win. Unfortunately, you're facing the owner of your franchise, Josh Naylor. He proceeds to hit a grand slam to tie the game at 8.
Oh
And
God, they
White Sox
matted.
proceed to do shit in the 9th. We go to the 10th. Cleveland is up. They get a run scored. And so does Chicago. We go to the 11th. Another. And the Indians hit a 3-run home run by guess who?
Josh.
Fucking Naylor.
They
Oh, yeah.
matted.
Hits RBIs, and you do jack nor shit in the 11th, and you ended up losing that game 12-9.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
hell was that,
Doc?
White Sox?
Oh,
They
Doc,
met it.
As
guess
a
what?
Guardians fan, what the hell? How do you pull that off?
They
Oh, yeah,
matted.
Doc. You said the
They
redacted
matted.
name, too.
I know. Who
Who
cares?
cares?
People still call him that anyways.
Yep.
But before we get to Health, because I'm pretty sure he's got plenty of spice in his list. Reckoning.
Okay, so
All right, I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
head
like
on out.
trains. We get that.
All right.
all right, see you, Kurt.
See ya,
All
Kirby.
Curbs.
So our goal, of course, the Reds. But to add insult to injury, earlier this
Oh.
week when the Reds were hosting, they had a good idea to sell food. Cheap
Oh,
beer,
no,
cheap
I
hot
know where he's
dogs,
going for this.
discounted.
Oh.
10-cent beer nights
Normally,
coming
when
back?
you sell that,
No,
you want to get
10 cent
extras
beer
because
night.
people will
It's
be
way
buying
worse.
them at will.
Three?
It's the top of the 4th inning. The stadium runs out of beer and hot dogs.
Oh.
No.
Beer is supposed to stop being sold after the 7th inning. They can't sell it after 4.
Woof.
That's how you can
So you know
tell
what
the Reds are
happens?
having a bad season.
Hang
Yep,
on. You want to know
and
what's
of
even
course,
more worse?
And the
after
sad
this,
thing is they still
They
haven't
filled up
gotten in the double
16
digits in
ounce
wins yet.
cups full of beer.
Yeah.
yeah,
fucking
16
month of
ounces
May.
of beer.
Not even at the middle of May.
Oof, my
Yeah.
wrong. But anyways, Breck, what else you got?
Of course, Silver's the Islanders. So I guess you could call the rest of their division Sonic, because they have finally defeated Eggman.
Oh, dang. And
Yep.
then you got an
And then-
interesting one for bronze. Who you
The
got?
Minnesota Wild. So you're going into a game. If you lose, you get eliminated. Who's your goalie? Cam Talbot, who's not bad, or
No.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Who do you pick?
Flurry. But I know they chose Talbot.
They chose Cam Talbot to start a do or die game,
Boo.
and then they die to the Blues.
Oh.
Oh.
And make us wrong again.
But you know what makes it even worse?
What?
This is the last season I think they could really contend because next year
Yep.
those buyouts for Parise and Sooner, who are both still playing by the way, but on different teams, go up by I believe it is $5 million each. So they have $10 million that they have to shed just to get back to where they were now.
I'll look
Next
at the exact
season.
numbers.
Alright.
But I know that both are around. I think it's 5 or 6 million. But either way, this is their last chance, and they blew it. So, Helv, what you got?
I'm gonna do. All right. Of course, gold is obvious at this point because I think we all agreed that we're
Yep.
gonna christen it.
Yeah.
The team that gets the team that no hits and
It's
still loses.
Red 5478's favorite team, the Reds.
Yep, and this fun fact: this phenomenon happens less often than Zep getting a prediction right.
Oof.
What a burn!
And
Silver
somehow,
is- okay,
some way,
I think
Shep.
I'm gonna say this. I really wanted to say that I would really like to put this as a definite silver overall this week, which is the Islanders. You fired Trotz. Trotz. You say it's coaching issues. I say bullshit. Get your act together.
I say it's just kind of a fluke season that led to them missing the playoffs, but that's just me.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. And
Plus, you had to
finally-
start off with a long road trip.
Oh
You
And
yeah,
have your
finally-
like home opener in like the late
but
November.
Helv's got produced bronze. Give it to us.
Of course, because I chose the Islanders for silver, you know what I have to choose for bronze.
And that is
The
Toronto.
Scotiabank
Leafs
Arena
fans,
Comedy
please
Festival.
go suck eggplants. That's the Toronto Maple Leafs are my bronze medalists for beating utter twats in the 7th game.
Again.
Remind me again. Last time the Leafs made it out of the first round. What was the biggest hit on the radio at the time? Is that band still around?
Hang on, what
I
year
think
was
not.
that? What year was that?
2004. They won. Here's the thing. They won a series. They had to win a series when they had Ron Francis in his final season, and they had Mats Sundin. How about that?
Also, back then, the Magic
Hang on,
Pixie
didn't
Dust and
Ron
bullshit
Francis
didn't
win a
exist,
cup
and
or no?
Pecorino was drafted in the 8th round.
And
Oh,
the
Billy has a
Minnesota Timberwolves actually made that. Oh yeah, by Usher. That's it. That sounds right. Because when that was big, was the last time the Leafs made it past the first round. In the same year that the Minnesota Timberwolves actually made it out of the first round to conference finals. What has happened to them both since? I mean,
Hey.
Usher's still going. The Leafs and Timberwolves, meanwhile, have careened into the abyss.
Yep. And now they're being ushered out of the playoffs.
Whoa.
Okay, reckoning that was good.
Hell, don't even play a sound.
I know.
I'll give him that.
Well,
Yeah,
so here's the thing. I'm
also
going to have to
update
share.
on the cap situation for the Wild.
Oh, go
The
ahead.
Parise and Suter buyouts will combine for $12.7 million against the cap.
So I was under by $2 million, but that makes it even
Yep,
worse.
they are both $6.37 million.
Okay,
So I got a note.
Yes.
So the last time the Leafs won a playoff series, you want to know who their opponent was?
The Philadelphia. That was Ottawa with Marian Hossa, wasn't it?
No, I think that was 2000.
Who was
no,
it
he's
in
got the
04?
bracket.
Uh-oh, he's sharing a screen. The
Islanders with Rick
Senators.
DiPietro and Garth Snow as the backup.
Yeah.
No,
No, it is Ottawa. It was Toronto versus
no,
Ottawa, then they lose to
seeds 4 and
Philadelphia.
5.
Wait, go up.
Let's
go
see.
up.
Who the heck was the starter for this one?
Rick
Lightning.
DiPietro.
How do you get started out by Rick DiPietro?
That's the Lightning who won that series. But as for the Leafs, they faced Lalime in his lone All-Star season.
Yep. So, and remember, thank you.
There we go.
The Cincinnati
They
Reds,
almost
you are
lost
our
that
golden
too.
shitstain of the
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, but last time that happened, they had Daniel Alfredson. They had yet to acquire Danny Heatley,
Mike
Patrick
Fisher,
Lee,
Mike
and
Fisher.
Daniel
What a
Chara.
name.
And here's what's Toronto's goalie.
Ed Belfour.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
Mm,
Wow.
And then here's what happens. And look how many Leafs legends they have. Because look who's on there.
Joe Newendike, who was
Newendike.
also part of the edition, along with who was that? Ron Francis and Brian
McCabe.
Leach.
So many Leafs legends on that team.
yep.
Brian McCabe. But last time they were big, Ushers, was just starting to infect every stadium around.
And we have a score update. It's the bottom of the ninth in Colorado, but Kansas City has retaken the lead.
All right.
8-7.
Dang.
With that
Oh.
said,
It's time for shout outs.
I'm gonna say this first. Let's do a complete shout out here. We have to say happy birthday to someone.
Yep. Yeah. Although I think
Not
we have to
us
do it
yet.
we have
Not
to do
us
it the
yet.
traditional way.
Did someone say tradition?
Oh, funny. I posted a meme
Yeah.
of that earlier.
Yeah.
So
Check out the
first of
meme.
all,
I
Okay.
saw it.
we have to. I will be the one to do this, but to Tech or the Ghost. Sometimes we know him as Tex Ag 70.
Or
The
Beer
ghost
Barry
of
Aggie syndrome.
The ghost
Beer
of
Barrett
Texas.
Ag Syndrome or the Ghost of Texas Ag 70. But to the man we know best as Ag, for all the support you do for us in the sports disaster and otherwise, first we thank you, and second of all, even though I have a drink on me, we all raise one to you for happy birthday. And Helv, Hell, I have a bad feeling you might want to check your closet after that because I think something went off.
That wasn't me. He setting off the fireworks.
Why are you setting off the fireworks?
It wasn't me this time.
He wants to imitate smoke on the water.
No, he
Oh.
just wants to imitate Snack and blow stuff up in his own house.
To be fair, I don't have the fireworks sound because it was like
do it too.
we don't speak Heek's firework.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That
shut
sounds
up,
bad.
Reckoning.
But
Shut
Terrible.
up, Reckoning.
on the other hand,
anyways.
let's get to individuals. Wait,
Yep. So who's starting?
Person who's setting off the fireworks going first.
So thanks for everyone who came out to watch. Of course, thanks Bailey. Of course, thanks to all the places that are letting us advertise. Of course, happy birthday, Ag. I hope you like the present we left you in out of context.
Oh no. Oh. Valor, you're going up next.
So, of course, my usual suspects, Dodger, Ag, everybody who supported my therapist and everyone. I'm almost done my finals, so fingers crossed I pass the remaining two so I can pass this whole year.
All right. Duck?
And a brief appearance by Valor's dog at the end there.
Yep.
Aw,
So-
cute.
Huge shout outs to Dodger for allowing us to promote this podcast to her server. And also the birthday boy, Be Bear Aggie Syndrome. Happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoy our present and out of context because you can thank GDR for that one.
Oh.
Second, and a huge thanks to Action Lab for allowing me to post it in there. And Off the Wall Hockey for being an awesome YouTuber. And he's actually going to be doing a doubleheader tonight, starting with the second period of Game 7 between New York and Pittsburgh. And he's also going to do Calgary and Dallas. So be sure to check him out. I'll post the link in the comments section below. And be sure to like and subscribe. Zep, you're up next.
all
I
right.
had it, you
Oh.
damn
Someone blew it here.
Of course, somebody blows it when it comes to me. But again,
This is what happens. This is what
Okay.
happens when you have two people in charge of running this whole damn stream.
Oh shit.
it looks like the Penguins all over again. And
Yep.
speaking of which, in less than half an hour from now, I decided, and talking with everybody else here and seeing if I can do this, I will actually be doing a watch along on my Twitch channel, Zep1180, to Game 7, where I hope the Penguins won't let me down again. But to get back to the shoutouts, as per usual, thank you to Dodger Zion, Moral Paralight, Druid's Princess, Chloe Fluff, I'm Zeke, the Raven Armed, the whole gang. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, to JBear147. Buddy, if you're watching this, first of all, thank you for coming in and joining us early last stream, and you're streaming again. It's great to see you, man. And I really, really hope this continues. And to you, we salute you. But again, Game 7, hopefully I won't die. Helv finishes off.
All right. Duck! You blew it!
I did it first. You had to correct it
Nope,
yourself.
I hit it.
blew
first.
it, mate.
blew it.
No, I did it first.
Shameful
According to
display.
that, I switched it
We're
over to
both
you.
terrible at this. Move on.
Let's go.
All right. Well, like everyone said, happy birthday, Aggie. Hopefully I do not like what you are about to see in out of context. God help us all.
Enjoy
Also,
it.
What happened last night?
Have fun.
Also, huge shout out to Dodger of Zion on the entirety of the U-Tree community, the Action Lab, and Off the Wall Hockey, as well as everyone that Zep has mentioned. I mean, come on. This has been one of the nuttiest moments of my life. Side note from my end, I will be streaming tonight, each for the USF. We will be covering Das Nuke Week.
Oof.
And spoiler alert, we don't have a five week in a row champion yet. That record is not coming out yet, and I hope that it doesn't yet. Because someone broke Ty's record.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Really?
Someone broke Ty's streak. And also, you know what? I might not stream it, but to the guys in the tabletop server tonight, yes, I will be there for Jeopardy tonight as we are doing our tournament. I wish I could stream it, but I don't think it will be a bright idea to.
Good luck, Half.
All
Good
right.
luck.
And with
I have
that-
one more thing to say, and all of us, I forgot to do this, but Ag, go have pizza and celebrate. Happy birthday, man, from all of us here at the Sports Disaster.
And have some tequila.
Also,
That too.
quick side note for next week.
We will
And
be
this is
going
a
on
big one.
Monday.
Not only is it going to be our 50th episode, we will be celebrating 1 beautiful year of Salt. The only difference is we're not on Sunday that week.
You'll be
By
on
sheer
Monday.
coincidence of a streaming conflict,
Yep.
we will be doing it on Monday, the 23rd of May.
Happy birthday to this abomination next week.
Not
Yes.
the 24th of May, the 23rd.
I said
Monday.
23rd, dumbass.
No, you said 24th.
I
I heard
think
It
Hell-
sounded like
hell-
24th.
Anyway,
Hell,
anyways,
Duck,
we-
both you guys need some drinks. Go. Let's end this so I can go get that because I might need some too.
yep. Anyways, yeah, go check
Got it.
out Zep's stream later tonight. Go check out Hell's stream later tonight. Bye, everybody.
As this
And-
mic dies completely
Peace out, y'all.
as soon as the thing ends.
Yeah, good night. Thanks. Enjoy.
Good night, Pittsburgh.
Good night.